Are you finding yourself particularly triggered, compelled, caught, and emotional in response to what's going on in the world right now, in any area of the world? If you're finding yourself moving into polarity, into us versus them, into deep emotional response, if you find yourself compelled, meaning you're thinking about it all the time, if you find yourself feeling personally injured in such a way that you would fight and override any sense of human care or compassion in order to get your point made, if you find you've lost your compassion anywhere in any area of experience, partly what's happening now is you're projecting unhealed trauma, the residue of unhealed pain, aspects of trauma that it's been impossible for you to process until now. You're taking this deep, inner, incomplete wound and projecting it outwards on the outer conflict, on the world. So often what happens when we move from the core of trauma is that we hate the hatred. We rave at injustice against the crime of injustice. We want to genocide the genocide. We want to expel the expellers. In the words of Martin Luther King, darkness cannot extinguish darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot extinguish hate. Only love can do that. So when we are able to withdraw for a moment projections and meet that place inside where we lost our compassion, where our system is still struggling in fight or flight, when we are able and sober and wise and humble enough to do that, what's possible is that we can also access the resource, that which enabled us to survive this horror which we went through privately in the past, which we carry within our own physiology, which is not out there in the Ukraine or in Gaza or in the anti-Semitic attacks across the world, which is in here. And when we are able to access that resource which enabled us to survive, then it's possible to expand that resource and connect with anyone, anywhere, who's suffering, with an offering of this resource, whether it's the strength of knowing that space which can never be injured or abused or hurt, whether it's the peace which can never be taken away because it's there even in a dissociated state of survival, whether it's that space of friendliness, human friendliness, which allows so many people to move through the impossible situations of captivity. Whatever enabled us to survive from the existential dimension of true nature, that can now be offered with a resource. And when we offer it outwards as a healing resource, energetically, physically, with our words, with our deeds, with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our physical resonance, we are also healing a part of ourselves. So in the next video, we will give an exercise which step by step could be the greatest service you can do for yourself at the core of this trauma/karmic acceleration, and the greatest service you can do for the humanity which we all are. So if you're ready to step out of the polarity, to wake up out of this position which maybe you took, which is us versus them, which is kill or be killed, which is either or. If you're ready to walk the talk of your deeper wisdom, please, please, please take some time to review the exercise in the next video and perhaps to do it. And if you do it, share it with others. Share it with those who are suffering the fear and the dread of polarization, of the kill or be killed mentality, which is spreading like a pandemic among us at this time. We can move through this. True nature can never be lost or taken away or hurt or injured. There is a place within us which is beyond fear. There is a space within us which is beyond abuse, a space we can never lose, a space which is here as a perpetual resource to all that is human. And at the center of this space is a core of compassion, and compassion doesn't measure itself. It doesn't decide it's for them and not for them. It doesn't discriminate. Compassion doesn't say, look into history and say, you do not deserve the right to receive compassion. Compassion is alive in the here and now with the very real human beings that you meet in your daily life. The first of which is the humanity of your own psyche. And from there, it can spread outwards. Spreading outwards with an admission and a recognition that we are in it together, this human experience, and we are born to move through it together. So please take some time to review the exercise and to share it with others. The compassion in me greets the compassion in you from the past, the present, and the future.